Hello everyone, it's Dylan from YuGiOh Everything and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh video. So I have had now a few days to process the Yu-Gi-Oh card game The Chronicles trailer or teaser, whatever you want to call it. I can't really call it a trailer because we don't know if we're ever going to get anything more than this, but I did want to make a quick discussion video as to why 2025 could be a revolutionary year for the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. There are a lot of different moving pieces right now, and I know we still have a ways to go before 2025 comes, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush is in its final year. Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Game The Chronicles may have some teasers within the trailer that point to maybe a 2025 release for an animated short or a lore series. We're going to break it all down for you, and I'll tell you why I think there's a lot to look forward to. Phantom Nightmare is here, and before we get into the video, I have to tell you about today's sponsor, Whatnot. Now, I've streamed on Whatnot many times. If you're not familiar with what Whatnot is, think of it as like an eBay and Twitch merging platform where people are live streaming and running storefronts at the same time. It is a really cool place to buy Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and really every thing that you can think of. It's an awesome site. And on Saturday, February 10th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be doing a Phantom Nightmare box break. Every single pack is going to start at the low price of $2. I will open what's in the pack, and then I will send to you directly everything that's in the pack. It's also a great chance for you to pick up some exclusive Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything merch that is only found on Whatnot. And if you use my sign-up link, which is right here and in the description, you will get $15 in free site credit on your first purchases. So definitely sign up. Bookmark my stream, and I'll see you then. So just to start with the intrigue of the regular anime. So the regular anime has obviously been a weekly running episodic anime that has been going on pretty continuously for the last 2 decades, really. Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, for those of you that don't know, is approaching its 3rd and most likely final year. In fact, at this year's past Jump Festa in December, the voice actors that were working on the show said something along the lines of, "We are thankful for the audience and people that have enjoyed this series. This has allowed us to move forward into a 3rd year." So Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s, which was the first Rush Duel anime, only lasted 2 years, and maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush was only supposed to last 2 years, but due to the support that the series has been getting in Japan, it did get greenlit for a 3rd year, and 3 years are usually pretty typical for Yu-Gi-Oh! Shows to last. 5D's Zexal and Arc 5 all lasted 3 years, Vrains was 2.5, 7s was 2, so I imagine Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush is about to enter its final year, and it's most likely going to be ending in April of 2025. That being said, we are expecting then a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Weekly episodic anime to be announced at this year's Jump Festa in December of 2024. Now, I know we are a ways away from that, but just the thought of a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Animated series coming in the year of 2025 is very exciting, and while I have been very much enjoying Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, I am always looking forward to the future to see what the weekly episodic series will bring us. Does it stay with Rush Duels? Do we revert back to Master Duels? Or do we see something totally different? Now, Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Game The Chronicles throws a huge curveball, an exciting curveball, into what we might expect from an animated point of view. Konami Animation is the studio that did this, and this was, I believe, their debut piece of media. I think it's very bold to assume that this studio is going to be taking over the weekly episodic duties, because making a weekly running anime is a very difficult thing to do, and I doubt that that's something that they have intentions on doing, but rather, I think it's possible we could see mini, maybe 15-20 minute animated lore episodes pertaining to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Lore of the cards. That is pretty much what we saw in this video. You could take this as this was like a trailer for all the different lore animated series that we might get. Whether we get voice acting or not remains to be seen, but there was a moment of this trailer that has caught a lot of people into a bit of a talking point, and that is right when we see the Melfi monster transform into Zeus, which is hilarious. Zeus has his debut shot, and then if you look at this panned out shot in the bottom left, you see YuGiOh 25MD. Now, there's a few different ways I think you can take this Easter egg. I think you could take it as the 25th anniversary of Yu-Gi-Oh! The MD could just be representative of the Master Duel Simulator, which has performed really well and has been out now for, I believe, 2 years. Or you could take it as 2025 is the year that we might actually see this Card Game Chronicles finally come into fruition in the form of short animated episodes uploaded to the OCG YouTube page. I think there's a few different ways that you can interpret this, but I do find it interesting that 25 is here, considering the next year is 2025. But of course, I would be foolish to not mention that this is celebrating the 25th anniversary. So that could very easily be what this is about. And then the very end credits. It's almost like when you see a movie, Marvel movies are famous for this, and then you stick after the credits to see what the end credit scene is going to be, and that usually leads into a new movie. Well, the end credit scene of the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, The Chronicles, is very fascinating as we see the two Sky Striker main characters squaring off and battling each other. This has a different sort of vibe than the rest of the video, in my opinion. It feels more drawn out. It feels more epic. It feels more, I don't know, I don't want to say fluid, but it just feels like there was more attention to detail here in this shot. It feels more drawn out. And then, of course, we get that final scene of the two characters confronting each other. Now, what's really interesting about this is the Sky Striker manga, I believe, is concluding. So they could be making an animated series or an animated miniseries based off of that manga, and they wouldn't even really need to change too much. Either way, I genuinely do believe that at this year's Jump Festa, we are going to get a further announcement on this. I do not believe you open up an animation studio just to do a fun little celebratory trailer, especially considering this trailer got 1.5 million views in the first week of uploading, blowing out any other video on the Konami OCG channel. They know the hype is there. They know that this can be used to sell cards and push product, and I think they are going to take full advantage of that in the year 2025. And I do believe that this is going to be a project that runs simultaneously along with the new weekly episodic anime that we should be getting in April of 2025 as well. So 2025 has a lot to look forward to. This year's Jump Festa is going to be very, very exciting. We are expecting a Yu-Gi-Oh! 9 announcement as Go Rush is in its final year, assumingly, but I really do believe that we are going to get a lore anime, even if it's in mini 20-minute periodic episodes like the Pokemon franchise does, for example. I really do believe this is something we're going to get, and it's something that we as Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans should really be excited about. And if we can get something like this, which seemed impossible a month ago, I think we can get something like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links movie. All right, I'll stop. I won't get started on that. We are overdue for a movie, though. Could this year be the year that we get a movie announcement, maybe for 25 or 26? It's possible, but either way, there are a lot of really exciting things to look forward to when it comes from a Yu-Gi-Oh! Animated perspective. But guys, I would love to know your thoughts. Do you think 2025 is going to be as exciting of a year as I do? Remember, should be getting a new anime and should be getting something more regarding this lore animated series, whatever they're going to do with it. Let me know down below. I'll talk to you in the comments, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care.